Just be honest. I know you want it. Put some work into it. 'Cause you know that I'm hard to love. It won't be easy. So don't be late.
So to start off, I'm gonna go ahead and use the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Cream as my moisturizer and primer today. This is gonna be a very smoothing primer as well. I absolutely love using this moisturizer. It is actually pretty blurring as well, super hydrating. It feels really nice. A little bit goes a super long way. It is a little bit on the expensive side, but I will say it is 100% worth it. I'm gonna go ahead and also take my hands and just press it firmly. Now, I do want a little bit more matteness, especially around the T-zone, because I do get a little bit oilier there. So I'm actually gonna go ahead and take my Photo-finish primer by Smashbox and apply this pretty much on my T-zone. This actually has a little bit of silicone, so it's also very smoothing, and it does mattify throughout the rest of the day. And apply this especially on my T-zone where I get the oiliest. This is gonna make sure that, one, your pores are nearly invisible, and it's gonna set and mattify everything. Before we get started on anything else, I'm gonna go ahead and move on to my brows. So let me do those off camera and I'll be right back. So brows have been done off camera. I also popped in some contact lenses because we about that drama. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. For my foundation today, I'm gonna be using the M.A.C Pro Long-wear foundation in the shade NC42. I know the bottle looks disgusting, but this is one of my favorite foundations at the moment. It is actually very full coverage as well. It feels really nice on the skin. I'm gonna go ahead and take my beauty blender and just apply that all over the face. Thankfully, my skin has actually been doing so good lately to where I don't feel the need to apply such heavy full coverage foundation, because a little bit that I've been applying lately has been going a super long way. And thankfully, my forehead is not looking as textured. If you guys have seen all my past videos, you can tell that I do have problematic skin. Thankfully, lately, I've been doing so much better at it. I'm actually on Curology right now, so it's been doing really good. I would honestly recommend it to anybody that has problems, especially with skin texture, acne, anything like that. It's super duper good. Just gonna go ahead and apply a couple more droplets here and there wherever I feel I need a little bit more coverage. And then we're gonna go ahead and blend away. Also, I know that I did my brows first and the foundation is gonna cover up a little bit of them, but do not worry, we're gonna go ahead and fix them after everything has been done. I usually always tend to also do my brows first just because they structure the face and it's part of my routine. Like, I feel like if I don't get them done first, I literally just like lose my mind. So, yeah, they're pretty much done first, and we're gonna go ahead and fix them up later. So for concealer, we're gonna be using the Morphe C235 concealer. This one is super duper good. I honestly have been loving it a lot. We're gonna go ahead and just apply this under the eyes, center of the forehead. I always tend to do the bridge of the nose as well. Gonna take my beauty blender and just blend it all out. Also taking that concealer and putting it on my eyes as a primer for my eyeshadow later on. I do want to be a little bit brighter, especially around the center point of the face, so I'm actually gonna go ahead and take the Born This Way concealer. This one is in the shade Nude. And I'm only gonna focus this literally around the inner corners of the eyes, the nose, and a little tiny bit in the center of the forehead. That's really gonna just bring all the light right in this area. So now we have pretty much a full coverage base going on, so we're gonna go ahead and get to the probably what I've been waiting for a really long time. Ever since I saw that these products were gonna be launched, I got super duper excited to try these out. You guys already know what I'm talking about. I'm gonna be reviewing the One Size Ultimate Setting Powder and the Powder Puff as well. I'm super duper excited to try both. Now, I'm really excited, especially about the little puff. I'm excited to see what that little edge is gonna do. And I heard so many good things about this powder, so I cannot wait to review it. We're gonna go ahead and get it out of the packaging. This is what the product looks like. I really do like the packaging behind this. It is a very soft matte finish as well. I like the shape of it too. It's actually super cute, super chic, super bougie. It does have a little lid, so let's just go ahead and kind of open that up real quick. There you guys go. That is gonna be the powder right there. I got my little one size powder puff. Let me just go ahead before I apply any powder. Let me just get rid of any under eye creases that I may have from talking. You want to always blend those out before you set them with powder, or else they're going to be cemented in place. Without further ado, let's test this out. I'm going to go ahead and just pour in a little bit in the back of the lid. Gonna take my little powder puff and I'm nervous, I'm excited, but I'm nervous just because I'm very particular about certain powders, just because of the way that they kind of settle on the skin. So let's go ahead and try this out. I love Patrick Star, so I have no doubt that this is gonna be an amazing product, but here goes nothing. Oh my god. Wow. I kind of want to go ahead and try using a beauty blender, especially for the other side, because usually I use a beauty blender to apply my powder, so I kind of just want to see the difference between both.
Don't mean that I'm in love. I like you a lot, but you gotta step up. I'm through trying to tell you what to do, how to make me fall for you.
I know that I have a lot of powder on, however, this is usually technically what I tend to do. I do really cake the powder on just because I'm really oily. I really do like it. It is very blurring. I'm actually looking at my skin and it is pretty smooth. One thing I will say is I feel like I kind of like applying it under my eyes a little bit better using the beauty blender. That's just personal preference. I feel like the powder puff kind of laid a little too much of what I wanted, and the sponge kind of soaked up a little bit of what I didn't need. So for my under eyes, I feel like I will be using more of the sponge. However, I did use the puff for the rest of the face, and honestly, I love it so far. It is very blurring, it is smoothing, and I can't wait to see how everything else looks. So I zoom you guys in a little bit closer so that you guys can see this up close and personal. So of course, for this video, we're gonna be using the One Size Visionary palette. It is such a stunning palette. Just look at it. The colors are beautiful. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and take the shade Suede Charm and apply this on my crease first. I'm gonna be using the Morphe R37 brush. Just gonna go ahead and just blend this out on my crease. Okay, so I'm actually changing brushes. I'm using the M511 for this, and I'm gonna go ahead and apply this on my crease. I'm gonna go ahead and take the shade Booked on the first brush that I was using and apply this right on my crease just to deepen it up a little bit more. And we're gonna go ahead and blend that out. Usually I tend to take the eyeshadow and kind of pull it out a little bit to give me more of that lifted eye effect. Now, I'm gonna be trying out the One Size Eye Popper. This one's in the shade Everything and More, and it's a beautiful rose gold shade. That is such a stunning shade, oh my god. I'm gonna go ahead and take a little bit of Booked again and just really blend that color in that outer corner. I want to add the slightest bit of dimension, so I think I'm gonna take the shade Brownie and place this right in the outer corner of the eyes. Super duper tiny amount. I'm actually taking the M433 brush by Morphe, which is slightly smaller. It's more of a crease brush, and I'm gonna go ahead and really focus that out here in the outer corner. Kind of smudging it a little bit on the lash line as well, just to get a more smoky effect. And of course, Patrick is all about his winged liner, so we're gonna go ahead and use the One Size Point Made liquid liner in the shade Bodacious Black. Also, I just want to say that this is the best liner in existence. This glides on so smoothly and you barely struggle to get color payoff. Now for my waterline, I'm going to be using the One Size eyeliner pencil in the shade Busty Brown, just because I want to go ahead and keep the eyes kind of more neutralized. I feel like black would be a little too harsh, even though we already got black wing liner going on. But for the bottom, I wanted something a little bit softer. And before that dries, I'm gonna go ahead and take the shades Booked and Brownie and kind of run this in my bottom lash line to add a little bit of color there and to balance everything out. Okay, so both eyes have been done. I applied a little bit of mascara. We're gonna go on to lashes. Of course, I got me both lashes from One Size Beauty. Both I've Arrived and Come Through. For this look, because it's a little bit softer, I'm gonna use Come Through first, just because they're a little bit softer. But definitely for next time when I try a much bolder look, I'm gonna try out I've Arrived. Like, look at these. These are humongous. I cannot wait to try these out. But these are gonna be the ones that I'm gonna use today. So here it is, guys, the final result, and all I have to say is I absolutely love these products. The powder turned out so amazing on my skin. Like, I'm looking at myself in the mirror right now and I'm still very matte. I'm still super blurred. I love the eyeshadow palettes. This eyeshadow popper, like, look at the shimmer on the lid, okay? Can we just get a little... I paired it up with a nude glossy lip. Also do have blush going on, a very warm toned blush. These lashes look fantastic. I absolutely love this brand so much. Now, Patrick Star has been my favorite makeup artist since I started doing makeup. Even when I was doing special effects, I used to always watch his videos and I was always so intrigued with how he did his process in makeup, and I just love the brand One Size because of the meaning behind it. One size truly means one size fits all. Anybody can wear makeup, no matter if you're a man, if you're a woman, if you gay, straight, a grandma, a grandpa. Literally, it doesn't matter, because makeup at the end of the day, it comes off. Anybody can wear it, anybody can rock it, and don't be afraid to be yourself. So I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and if y'all did, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Also, don't forget to follow me on all my other social media like Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, TikTok. All those links will be down below, as well as the list of products that I used in this video. So I hope to see you guys next time, and bye! Hey guys, this is actually very unintentional, but I wanted to come here and give you guys my final thoughts on the One Size powder after a really long day of work. I just got back home. I actually haven't retouched my makeup at all, but we're gonna go ahead and see how this looks like even with the mask on. Of course, keep in mind that we're still in the middle of a global pandemic, so these masks are a requirement. You have to wear them at all times, at all costs. Stay safe. And of course, wearing these sometimes can budge and alter with the makeup underneath, which I will say it has done it. I mean, you can see a little bit on my nose, but I wanted to come here and show you guys kind of like just tossing the mask away, just the overall feel and look on the powder. So we're gonna go ahead and remove the mask, and then I'll show you guys how this looks. Keep in mind, I have not retouched anything at all. This is literally how it's been looking like for a couple of hours now since I left work and since I got here. So let's get on to the review. Okay, so before I even left for work, I actually took my lipstick off because I knew that I would be struggling with it because I had a gloss. Like, I knew that it was gonna get super annoying. So I did take the lipstick off. However, I will say everything held up pretty good. Of course, you know, the nose is gonna be an obvious, it's gonna come off because the mask is constantly rubbing there. And then right here, you can see that the makeup has come off. But other than that, it just lasted everywhere else. I really do like how it's looking. I'm looking at my skin right now and I don't look oily. I look a little bit shiny, but I don't look oily. I still look very smooth. I love how the makeup lasted all day long. I'm very impressed. Usually when I wear other brands, I feel like I get super oily, super duper quick. I feel like when I use setting powders, especially from other brands, I feel like by the third hour, I'm already like super oily of me wearing the makeup and I look really shiny, and I feel like this is literally what I would look like if I was like 3 or 4 hours with just like a regular translucent powder if I was at work. But honestly, this is already like 8-9 hours later and it looks really good. Like, in fact, my skin looks very healthily glowy. Like, I'm not even gonna say it looks oily. It looks very healthily glowy. 10 out of 10, would recommend. This is blurring, smoothing, it mattifies as well. It is honestly one of the best powders I've ever tried out there, and it did the job of really making my makeup last all day long. Of course, without the exception of the mask, but that's besides the point. Yeah, this was not here earlier. I had a little accident at work, so, had to get her bandaged up. And of course, it's been a super long day. I love how this looks turns out, but I love it even more when I'm taking off my makeup, so we're gonna go ahead and move on to the next step, which is removing everything, okay? So, starting with these lashes. Yeah. Woo. So this is how these babies look like. I'm gonna go ahead and store them right next to me because they are fabulous. Okay, so I took my contact lenses off, and now we're gonna go ahead and get to basically the first ever item that I bought from One Size is gonna be the Go Off Makeup Melting Spray. Guys, this is literally everything for removing makeup, period. I love this. It literally dissolves your makeup in just one spray. It's honestly amazing. Like, you guys can see that I've already been using the crap out of the spray as well. But I love the fact that this is also an aerosol mist. So it feels super duper nice once you apply it on the skin, which is perfect because the last thing that you want after wearing all that makeup is just to really rub and tear and just pull on your skin. You don't want that. So even though we are going to use makeup wipes to remove this actually makes it a lot easier because it really just melts everything down. So let's get started. Literally, you just take this, shake it a little bit, and just... I'm gonna take my makeup wipe. Look at that. Look at that. Wow. There we go, guys. So those are my final thoughts at One Size Beauty. I've already owned some of their products before, but then when they released their new products, I just had to get my hands on them and had to check them out. And I tried them all together for the first time today, and I'm very, very impressed. So 10 out of 10, would recommend. And yeah, those are my final thoughts. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Also, don't forget to follow me on social media like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. The links will be down below, as well as the list of products that I used in this video. Now, I'm gonna go hop in the shower, but I hope to see you guys next time, and bye!